Welcome to another episode of the Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast. I'm your brother, Guy from Hip Hop News Uncensored, and sitting across from me is my co-host.
What up, y'all? It's your man Sam, and CEO of Viral Hip Hop News, and you're in the building for a very special edition of the Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast. We got a special guest in the building. We got the brother Rymir Satterthwaite on the Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast. How you doing today, family?
What's up with y'all? What's up with everybody? What's up with everybody?
Good, man. Happy to have you on the podcast this afternoon. Now, for the people who don't know who you are, why don't you let them know who you are, brother? Go ahead.
I'm Rymir Satterthwaite. I'm JayZ, alleged son. I'm gonna say that, and I just want the world to know, there's been a lot going on, and today we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little bit that y'all probably haven't heard on the internet, or probably just haven't heard at all.
Definitely. Thanks for reaching out, to the Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast. You reached out via email
for sure
the other day, and we covered the story. How long ago it was, and we thought it was definitely intriguing. That's why we covered it. But you got something that you want to share with the audience today, so the floor is yours, Rymir.
Yeah, basically, I just want the world to know I am filing criminal charges against Sean Carter, aka JayZ, and his lawyers. It's been going on for so long, and I don't know, I haven't really did no interviews with nobody. I've been, a regular family guy, going to work every day, taking care of my family, just on everyday life. I've been just staying to myself. I haven't been saying anything, but I just want the world to know I am filing criminal charges, and it's been so much going on with this case that, they would never let get out, or I'm not gonna say they would never let get out, but it's just things that y'all don't know. Y'all probably look at it and be like, I heard a lot of, when I was looking at the comments, I saw the whole lot. This guy crazy, and he probably want 15 minutes of fame, but I just want the world to know I'm coming from my heart, and I'm speaking from my heart. I just want y'all to know that everything is real. I'm telling y'all, it's nothing that I got to hide, or, my mom passed away 2 years ago, and she passed the torch to me. I'm still left with it, and I just, we'll continue fighting. I just want that for everybody in the world, not just for me. This is a bigger picture for the kids out there, whoever you're looking for, your father or your mother, and you fully believe in that, this picture all into it. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. If you fully believe in that, just go for it. Like, courts and all that. Don't let the courts, because the courts say they there to help you, but trust me, I didn't been through a crazy 10, 11 years that.
Wow.
It's been a fight. It's been a fight. And, this not to bash anybody or nothing like that. I know it's never looking for no handouts or nothing like that. I'm just want the world to know it's real shit that's going on. Excuse my language. It's real things that's going on out in the world. And y'all really got to open your eyes. Y'all look at people and say, this guy's looking for this and all that, but y'all don't look at it from the other way around. Like, what if this was you? You wanted to know who your parents was, or you was going to court and they was treating you like you was nothing. This is for anybody around the world. I just want y'all to fully fight for what you believe in, and that's what it is.
Do us a favor and do the people a favor and take us back to your childhood. Take us back to you living with your mom and your memories of who your father was.
Well, taking y'all back from my childhood, I had a very great childhood with my family. The person who took care of me, I appreciate that. He did everything he could. It was my father figure, and my family always was supportive. We wasn't no type of family just to, not look at if somebody was there to help me out and be a father figure for me. My family was all for it. So it just, as I was growing up, my mom always told me, my mom always gave me a hint that my father wasn't my father, and she told me exactly who my father was. I was a kid, so I really can't go into further details because I was young at the time. But as I got older, as I got to 8, 9, 10, 11, and my mom continued to say the same name. It was never no other name except for my father and the person she believed who my father was, Sean Carter. So, and that's when it was never no make believe. Then that's why I said me and my mom sat and had so many talks. Like, I sat and talked to my mom like, Mom, this could do this could kill us if we go out there and you know how the world is. They most people probably wouldn't believe you, mom. You know, but just my mom looking in my eyes and telling me that for a fact, I believe this person is your father, and I'm telling you this, right? It was nothing. My mom wasn't no liar. She was a hard worker. She took care of me and my brother. She did everything for us. My mom was there for us. It was my mom wasn't crazy. She wasn't out looking for no money, no checks, and none of that. We never asked for anything. But I feel that if you go in the courtroom, you deserve to get fair due process. That's anybody in the world. And once you go in there and you facing somebody, you know, with a lot of more income than you know, we all know this. They look at you like you crazy. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people looking for their mothers and fathers that's probably celebrities. And how are we going to tell them that's not their moms and dads if we don't know? Like you do, it's so much that they human. We all human, you know. We all human. Things happen. He wasn't always rich. He wasn't always famous. We all come from somewhere, so we all just got to open our eyes with that. We all just got to open our eyes. And for the people who know me, they know me. I'm a hard worker. I work every day. I'm working now. Like, and I've been chilling off of my music, but I got things coming up in my music because I had to focus on me. I had to really focus on me and my family and my kids because I want to leave them son. I want to show my kids I give them everything. I don't care. And if anybody ever said to me that I had a possibility to have another child out somewhere, I would take it.
Right.
No problems, no questions asked. And I understand that's just not everybody not me. But at the same time, like you just gotta, if you didn't think for a second, like, you know, this couldn't have no possibility, why is this not over with? Why is we dragging this out for so many years?
Right.
In the world, half of people don't even know what's going on. They just look at me and say, "Hey, you JayZ son, or you a JayZ alleged son," and I'm going to forever be stuck with that because we would never know. And that's this. I would say it's not fair to me, but at the same time, that's not fair to nobody in the world who doesn't know their parents, and they parents just don't. Well, anyone that just don't want to take the test, this to truly find out that's not fair. That's really, and I believe our justice system should be really pushing on that because it's not just one person's fault. It's a lot of people's fault. It's our justice system it's failing us. It's failing us, and we can't just sit and continue to let them do what they want. That's why I'm continuing to fight. I will fight this. Like, I'm fighting, and it's not just because JayZ, and it's not. It's a lot. It's a lot to do with. Don't let people walk over you. You can't be walked over, and sit there and just hope for a star to come down. No, you have to fight. You really do.
Now take us back to 2011 because supposedly, this is a record that happened. Your mom, her living boyfriend, you thought that he was the father originally. It was a DNA test that went down, and you figured out that your mom's living boyfriend wasn't the father. Tell us that, and then go to the other side and tell us what your mother told you about meeting up with JayZ and obviously having intercourse.
Hold on. Yeah, they were at that time. I think my mom and JayZ, I think they were both minors. His is this Robert Mo, my dad, not JayZ. My pop, they was both minors. So it's like she told me, and I didn't really know how to take it honestly because this was a person that was around, and honestly, I think raised me. I got respect for him to the fullest. Like, I respect him to the fullest. He did everything a dad should do, and that's why I respect that man. And I don't take nothing from him. And my mom, I really couldn't believe it. It's not like my mom lied to me or anything. It's just that I didn't know the other person. I never knew who Sean Corey Carter was or JayZ until I got older. I saw him on videos and all that, and heard plenty of things about him from not just my mom, my aunts. And we didn't know this man, so I continued to go on with my life. I really didn't look at it like I was a kid. I really wasn't looking at it no type of way until I got older and fully start to understand. Like, my mom is serious. Like, my mom is his son. She's been telling me from a young age, and this is something that's not going nowhere because my mom is sitting down with me and having fully conversations like, Rod, this is your father. Like, I really want you to believe me, and I'm telling you the truth. And my mom never lied to me. So I'm like, what am I going through so much? Like, in my mind, to create something else than what my mom telling me, because every time she said that, it's like, right now I do see this man on TV and all that. I don't like, but it's basically I didn't just want nothing to do with it. Honestly, I didn't want nothing to do with it, and I just started to grow. And I said it was something important. It's really something important to her because my mom getting sick, and she's saying the same thing, and she like, Rob, I really want you to know who your father is. Like, we really got to push this. Like, now I'm on, like, all right, I'm like, Mom, well, let's push it, Mom. If you fully believe this, like, let's go full throttle. I'm right behind you, Mom. You ain't never lied to me. You ain't never showed me nothing different. You've been saying this all my life. So, Mom, whatever you need me to do, I'm there for you. Let's go. So, and we still in it. Like, it's been once we started, we just been going forward. It's no turning back around.
Talk about how that door opened. All right, your mother tells you that Sean Carter is allegedly your father, also known as JayZ. What's the next step from there? Where did y'all go from there?
Well, my mom she went to court, and she said basically when she filed time, she said basically they threw it out. They basically threw it out. I don't know what exactly was filed, but it should be still in the public records. But my mom filed something, and I guess they threw it out or looked at her like she was crazy. And she tried to go back again, but this time she went back with my godmom. She had a little more help this time. So when I came to New Jersey, and my godmom, she helped out a lot. She took everything back to court, and that's how everything really got back open. But my mom did go to court and file something. I just honestly don't know. I'm not a lawyer, so I really wouldn't know what she filed or what she even said to them. But she did go to court.
Okay, now let's take us back to the criminal case. You guys are filing a criminal case. Things such as perjury, obstruction of justice. What is JayZ already came out and pretty much admitted. He said that this is ridiculous. It's a claim. It's not true. So what's the point of the criminal case? Can you break that down for us?
Yes, this was all through this 10, 11 years, everything that they had going on, like far as perjury, obstruction to justice, they fraud. I believe there was a lot going on in the courtrooms, and I just need someone higher. Like I just really want my case to be really looked at, because I honestly believe that it's a lot of things that wasn't touched on. I believe they looked at the case and then fully go through it. Honestly, I believe that they treated me. I didn't get fair due process. I really believe that they looked at me like, I don't know how they looked at me. It was if it was money hungry, but they gotta understand I didn't start this. This was a party to this. My mom and everybody started. I was just a party to this, but I guess when you coming for a high person like JayZ, of course, a lot of people gonna look at you like you coming for his money. We never asked for no money. I never asked for no money. Never. I never asked this man for no money. I did nothing but been generous. Like, I honestly, and I love his music. Like, I'm honestly a fan. Like, I have nothing against him. That's what I want the world to know. It's nothing. I don't have nothing to say about that man. I really applaud that man for what he doing with his family and everything he got going on. This wasn't about me just coming at him and bashing him. Well, I want to know the truth. Like, and I believe that every person should know the truth. Like, especially if I'm standing on what I believe in, and that's it. It's not against nobody. I don't want to bring up no hard feelings. I'm not slandering nobody. It's not about that. But we all black, so when we see people on TV and they on Black life movements and doing all this spectacular stuff, then you got a whole lot of things going on behind the scene. You just got to be true to yourself. Like, you can't just don't fake the funk. Like, it's probably a lot of people who came at JayZ and said, "I'm your son, I'm your daughter." But why shouldn't he have to take that? Why shouldn't he have to prove? Like, everybody want me to prove something, but why JayZ don't have to prove nothing? He just can just brush everything to the side. That's basically showing people in the world, if you got money, or if you got money, or you higher than everybody else, don't mean nothing. Like, so you basically telling me, since this man got millions, he don't have to say nothing in court. He can just put his signature on everything and just walk past. Is that fair to people? Is that fair to
It's not.
I honestly don't think that's fair. I honestly, and I wouldn't want that for nobody. That's all I'm saying.
Let me play the other side real quick, because you're right, it's not fair, but at the same time, people in success, and I think we all agree to disagree, or all agree that sometimes men and women in high situations fall into situations where people claim to have children with them and things like that, and with no proof. So do you have any, like, was there ever anything to make you know, like, for a fact, oh, this really happened? Like, whoa, my mother did know Sean Carter. This could have happened. And did you present any of that in court? And how was that received if you did?
Yes, basically, I wouldn't because I wasn't there. I wouldn't, but I only believe what my mom told me. I told them they can put us on lie detector tests, whatever they need. I will be willing to give up. I got nothing to hide. I got nothing to hide. My mom was still here. We told them the same thing. They could have put her on lie detector tests, and anything they wanted to do, we would have sat down. We said we'd have sit downs or whatever y'all need, because we wasn't hiding nothing. So I really believe my mom wouldn't put me out there and put herself out there to just look, I was retarded in front of the world. If we could have been sat down and just got this over with, it only take 5 minutes.
Right. So pretty much your mom's, from reading the story before we got here, your mom's claims that she met him in 1992. They had sex. Now I want to go back to one of the notes that you guys sent us about the Mann Act.
Yeah.
Because according to that, what you guys might be going after, was your mom a minor?
Yes, she was.
Talk on that.
Yeah, my mom was around 15, I think, just turning 16. You know how teenagers is back in the days. They like to move around. She had a couple older friends. My mom loved to dance, was a great dancer, and she loved to sing. So all that music, the music light was her light. When it came down to stuff like that, dancing and going to nice little clubs and seeing people perform and all that, she loved that type of stuff. So yeah, she just was, being a teenager, seeing people she liked, introducing herself, and it's regular teenager stuff. I just believe she just was having fun. They was going out to clubs, meeting different people, and it happened how it happened.
The Mann Act. Do you know anything about that and why you guys possibly could be pursuing the Mann Act in this particular case against JayZ?
Because she was a minor, and basically she was a minor, and we fully is this another avenue. It's another avenue.
What do you plan to move next on your pursuit on getting JayZ to provide a DNA test for you? How are you and your team trying to promote or get that to happen?
See, right now we just focusing on the criminal charges and the civil rights complaints, and I believe that everything would turn around. It's a ripple effect, and I believe if we can hit certain things and we can get somebody of a higher status to fully look at my case, I believe it'll be all over, because it's a lot of things that's sealed and people don't, people wouldn't know about, that I can't speak on. But I believe that if somebody from a higher status and really look at my files and everything that's been going on, I believe this will be over. The with the Attorney General's office, that's all I'm asking, just for somebody from a higher standard, just to look at the full case.
In your opinion, why do you think that? Because at one point, I think JayZ was engaged in this. When they found out the age that she was a minor, I think that's when like the funny stuff began to happen, according to my research. Why do you think? Do you think that's one of the main reasons why he doesn't want to answer it and just go to court? If he's not the father of this, take the test and get it over with, move forward.
Right. I believe it could be. I honestly wouldn't know, because I'm not JayZ, but I believe it could. It could have a major effect to play in this.
Now, what are you guys accusing his lawyers? Are you accusing his lawyers of doing anything shady?
Yeah, of everything. Like, I can't fully say, because we have to prove this in court. But they've been doing a whole lot of, they didn't switch names on our files. They didn't fraud it to the court. And I believe once any lawyer come in there fraud and gets caught by a judge, everything else should be voided. So it's like we don't know what they telling the truth about, because once you come into court and fraud under oath, like everything else should be voided after that, because these lawyers, I can say over the years, they just been crazy, and I'm just keep seeing different lawyers. Like, so this man is understand he's really fighting it, but Like I don't understand what is if it's nothing to fight. Why is you fighting it so hard? Like if you really believe that this couldn't affect you or this couldn't do, I honestly don't believe that he won't be fighting this for no reason. That's just it. I believe he's fighting it for a reason, and if he's not, I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't.
What are your you say you don't want money. You say this is for a bigger reason. What is that bigger reason?
For all the kids around the world and anybody who's ever in court to get treated with fair due process. And if you're looking for your parents or anything in the world that you fully believe on, just go forward with it. You gotta fight. You gotta fight for it. And this not just on fraternity or civil rights. It's just anything you believe in. Don't let nobody stop you from fully fighting this out. You know, because a lot of kids it's a lot of kids that is missing fathers that really probably don't care because they probably wouldn't want to go through the court system, so they just live their everyday life. And we're not saying that's good and all that, but I believe if you really want to know who your parents is, just fight for it. That's it.
Right. Now, is there a case where has he been served with the documents yet that you guys are putting out, or just still in the process, the criminal complaint?
It's already been done.
Yeah, it's already been done. I believe they got it.
Okay. So you're just waiting to hear back from JayZ at this point to see where they're going to move. And what if he never ever responds? You're not able to track him down. What do you do then? Have you ever?
The government, it's the prosecutors.
I really wouldn't. I guess continue with my life. You know, everybody, I gotta live. You know, I'll just continue. But I say that I just want to continue with my life, knowing that I did everything in my power, you know, to fight this, and that I just wasn't pushed aside.
Is a situation to the best of your knowledge, is a situation like a paternity case, a situation where like I could go and claim that someone's my dad and put in a file, and then we have a case, or is there more tangible evidence and situations that have to go into that for this to see a court hearing and court case and things like that, to the best of your knowledge? Like, can anybody just go and say anybody's their parent, or is there things that has to be put in place for this to see courts and
I believe in
mandate people to provide DNA tests and things like that?
I believe that anybody can go say that.
Okay.
If you believe in a person as your parent, you can try to bring them into court, because, you know, I did this with the person I believe who really was my father, and Mr. JayZ. And, you know, my dad came in there, well, the person who took care of me with flying colors, you know, and got it over with. And the only other name was on that list was Sean Corey Carter. He just ain't, and I'm just believe he just ain't had to take it. I don't know if he didn't have to take it or he just didn't, but I believe that's just, you know, we need to fix that with our justice system, because if this was anybody else and we owe child support for our kids and all that, we'd have been in jail. You know, they'd had us in jail. It wouldn't have been too much money we could put down or disappear from these, because there's a lot of people going through this that can't do
right
what's going on right now. You know, a lot of people can't just, and I'm not saying because I fully don't have the proof that he's paying anybody but I know crazy shit is going on. And I'm not dumb. You know, I can see that when I went to court, it's a whole lot of, you know, picking sides, basically, because he has money. I really see that. They look at you when you don't have as much funds as the other person. They look at you as, it's different. You get different lawyers and all types of stuff. It's just, I understand. I guess it's just a money thing, honestly.
Well, you guys
want the prosecutors or any prosecutor, main prosecutor, just to look at this and really look at the files. That's the most important part, is need a prosecutor or anybody to fully look at this and really just tell me what they believe in. Like, you know, this is something that I'm going to forever have to live with. And just like y'all said, I might not never get an answer, but I just want the world to know that I did everything. And I never stopped fighting. Like, I never stopped fighting through none of these years, just to fully know the truth. Like, that's all I wanted to know was the truth. And that's it. Like, you know, I'm a regular guy. I really don't have too much to say. You know, this is my first time. I'm really not a talkative person. It's, you know, I saw y'all and I appreciated the little segment y'all put out on me. I seen that everything I watched over online. Everybody, a couple people was bashing me, but I seen y'all kept it solid, and I really commend y'all for that. Like, I really appreciate that, and y'all just really kept it solid and real. Y'all, you know, and that's all you can do. I'm in the hood right now. Like, I'm not to say it like that, but I'm speaking from my heart. It's not written down. I don't got nothing that's, you know, I'm speaking from my heart, and I just want y'all to know that this is not fake. It's a lot of shit that just be going on under the tables that people wouldn't know. And
indeed, Brian. When we seen the story, and one thing we pride ourselves on is just being right down the middle. No personal feelings aside. We are huge fans of JayZ. Love his music, love his artwork, love what he's doing out here. But at the same time, if there's things going on that may go against the grain and may not be as popular, that we got to discuss, we will discuss it in a, you know what I mean, in a neutral manner. So you'll always get the platform to do that and do so. And at the end of the day, just want the truth. You know, I mean, we want to find
that's all that anybody wants. That's what I'm saying. This was never about bashing or just trying to point the finger at somebody, because, you know, I don't know that person. I'm pretty sure JayZ is a great guy. I'm pretty sure he got a lot of things that he did for the, you know, just for a black man that I'm proud of. That's what's up. You know, he's a billionaire. He's taking care of his family and everything else. You know, I commend him on that. So it wasn't about this coming at JayZ, but I fully believe that if you go to any courtroom in the world, you should get fair due process, and they should work with you on the truth. You know, justice should be served. Like, it shouldn't just be, let's use different types of arguments to keep this under the table or under the wraps, because that's basically what our lawyers going to continue to do for anything in the world. If they got things they can use to stay from out of the limelight, and we know we know it's type of laws like that to keep certain people from, I guess I wouldn't say sitting in jail or having to say or speak on anything, but we need to fix that in our court. We need to fix that in our courtroom.
Right now, it was an allegation that came out as well. As people were saying that, correct this for me, that you just using this to further your music career. What do you say to those allegations?
I would say that's not true. I honestly haven't been doing music for a couple years, and I wouldn't say this whole case really had me on some depressed stuff, but honestly, I love music to death. This is something I've been doing before this case. You know, I always love music. It's in my blood, and it's just, I honestly fell back, and I do got things in the work, but I honestly fell back from the music because I really wanted to focus on myself. Like, I'm not gonna let somebody tell me what I can't do, but I honestly believed I wanted to work on myself before I even got back into the music. This was never about no music. Yeah, me chasing JayZ for 15 minutes of fame. What am I? Well, I'm not getting nothing out of that. That's the wrong person to play with. Honestly, I'm not gonna play with. Wasn't no person out of everybody in the industry. JayZ is not the person to go for or play with, even play with his name. For one, you can get blackballed with the music. You can get just playing with his name. You won't even get no type of shows. And I know that. I knew that from coming into this. So it was never about no music. That's just something I do. I love music, and I would never stop loving music. And for the people who support me, if you want to listen to my music, you can do that. But if you don't, I understand that too. But it was never about no music. It was never about music.
I'm good.
How do you, when you look, you said you was going through the comments of the videos, how do you react to the backlash of people saying you're trying to, like you said, get clout, trying to get money? Lied? Like, how do you deal with all that?
They gonna always say that. Honestly, I just believe people gonna say what they want to say. A lot of people don't know, just like I don't know. We don't know what the hell JayZ did, and we don't know what the hell my mom did because we wasn't there. So it's like everybody can say whatever they want and judge you, but a lot of people don't even know me. And honestly, I'm a cool guy, cool collected guy. I'm just like anybody else. Love music, watch videos with the family, play semi-pro football, work every day. I'm a regular person, you know. And for the people who fully know me around the world, they know I'm just, you know, I stay to myself, and I'm a pretty cool guy. I help anybody if I can. Like, it's not, and I'm going to continue to be me. It's just like, you know, I'm not. This was just always just to find out the truth, and that's just. This was always just to find out the truth. And the fraud on the court.
Yeah, the fraud is the problem.
And that's the only problem. The fraud about, and that's the only problem. They just been frauding, and I just want somebody. That's how I'm saying. I just need a prosecutor or somebody just really to look at that and tell me different, that I'm not seeing what I am seeing.
If somehow, some way, maybe JayZ sees it, a representative of his sees it, what would you want him to know? What words would you want JayZ to hear from you?
I just would want to say, you know, man, this is never, you know, your major influence, and I believe you should do the right thing. You know, this was never any negativity towards you or nothing like that. I always just wanted to know the truth, and I look at you as a role model. And it's not saying this changed anything, but you gotta do better, man. It's a lot going on in the world, and only take celebrities, not even just you, only take celebrities or anybody in the world 5 minutes to tell the truth or see if it's the truth or not, and you can go from there. I'm not, you know, I don't want to put no pauses on his life. I don't want that man to receive any backlash from me for anything I'm saying. It's just, this is honestly coming from my heart. I don't know what else to say. Like I respect him to death, respect everything he do, and I'm gonna continue to respect him. But I gotta do what I believe in too, and this is what I truly believe.
Appreciate you coming on, and appreciate you reaching out to us and coming on here and just kind of doing something you're not accustomed to doing, and just telling your truth and telling what you believe to be true, man. And we really hope on behalf of the platform that you find that truth, man, because you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? So any lasting remarks you want to give to the people? I don't know if you want people to follow you or anything like that, but the floor is yours, man. Appreciate your time.
Yo, and I really appreciate y'all for taking time out of y'all day and even sitting with me. I honestly appreciate that, y'all. Like it, I see everything y'all do, and I respect it, and y'all just continue. I see a lot of more great things coming for y'all, man. Nothing but blessings. And for the world, you know, I'm gonna continue to be Rymir Satterthwaite. You know, I'm gonna continue to do my music. I'm gonna continue to fight and go forward with this. And if you really support me for me, and that's what I really want you to support me for, me, just, you know, just stay by my side, man. I can promise you that I'm not a bad person, and I fight for what I believe in, and I continue to go forward. That's one thing. I will not stand and just sit there. I continue to go forward, and I just want the world to do that. Just fight for what you believe in, and don't let nobody tell you nothing different until you know the truth.
We definitely appreciate you once again being on the Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast, and hopefully you get some movement in that case that you guys got going, and you can find out if he's your father or not. Appreciate you, bro.
Definitely. Rymir Satterthwaite on the Hip Hop Uncensored Podcast. Salute, brother.
Peace.
It was good.